It's time for Team Equity. The presentation is going to be combating economic, gender, social inequalities at educational institutions. And we have students part of this cohort from Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, the Netherlands, Spain, and the United States of America. Take it away, Team
Empower.
I'm sorry, why do I? No, that's not true. Team Empower. No, that's number 4. We're on number 3.
Number 3 is Team Empower.
Okay, that's not what I have on my printout here. Okay, so let me start all over again. All right, so Team Empower. All right, students from Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, Netherlands, Spain, and the USA. Action plan on educational inequity. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Ana Alandete and I'm from Spain.
Hi everyone, my name is Nemo and I'm from Maine in the United States.
Hi, my name is Dory and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts in the United States.
Hi, my name is Kimberly and I'm from California of the United States of America.
Hi, my name is Hannah and I'm from New Jersey in the United States. So try to look back at your education. Do you believe you have the best education you can get? According to a survey we conducted to fellow high school students, an overwhelming majority of students wished their education was more diverse, inclusive, equal, and more. It is pretty clear that educational inequity is an issue left unspoken with society, even though it is an issue that can be found no matter what country you live in.
Whether it is the lack of inclusive education in the curriculum,
The lack of preparedness for the future,
The unequal distribution of resources between schools based on race,
or the unfair amount of resources and stereotypes based on your identity, educational inequity is found within every student, teacher, and parent.
So, our solution was to create Future Forging, an organization where students can learn about educational inequity and hopefully spark change within the system as well. Through our resources bringing awareness to students like us, we aim for everyone to have an equal and inclusive education, especially for students between 12 and 18 years old. It is time to take action and go beyond what we learn. To start off, our action plan consists mainly of a virtual setting since all of us are from different countries and it is the only way we can connect. Additionally, it is a platform that our target audience is on, so we can ensure that they will most likely be exposed to Future Forging.
focal part of the organization is surrounded by our website, where you can find all of the information about Future Forging. It would feature vlogs and video posts, resources you can use, and the information about ourselves so people can get to know us.
Our mini lessons will be in the form of videos, as that is how you reach youth nowadays. All the videos will teach fellow students topics that they most likely didn't learn about in school, such as raising awareness on educational inequity in general. These videos will be posted on our website on a monthly basis.
Almost every kid is on some sort of social media platform, so you will probably find at least 1 million kids on it. Furthermore, you have already made a big impact on the world of activism through social media. This is why our organization can be found on Instagram and Facebook so we can reach students from all over the world.
to videos for people to watch, but we plan to hold live online classes anyone can attend. We will mainly be teaching subjects about things that are not probably talked about in the curriculum. However, what makes live classes different is that there is an opportunity for discussion. Attendants would be able to express their opinions and ideas with each other, as every person lives in a different world, in a different life, and it is important to understand our differences.
So now that you know what Future Forging entails, it is important to know what exactly we will be featuring. Since education is such a broad subject, we have decided to split ourselves into different committees based on certain topics. To incorporate some real-world statements, we will be including small pieces of information taken from a survey created and completely done by us, carried out on 80 students and 8 parents. To start off, a statement from our survey that 71.2% of people worldwide agree with. I wish all people that look like me had a better access to a good education.
Racism is an issue we see rise and rise almost every day. It affects our work, our fun, and our happiness, and even our education. Whether it be by the teachers, the students, or the actual school itself, racism occurs and too often goes unreported in the education system. In the United States, predominantly non-white school districts annually receive $23 billion less than predominantly white school districts. This is because 35% of public schools revenue comes from taxes. However, this only favors those who live in wealthy areas, which usually do not have many BIPOC families living there. Because of the underfunding of predominantly BIPOC schools, students often lack good new resources and conditions to help them with their education. These students often have to attend schools with outdated textbooks and information, and even have dangerous building structures and room. High poverty schools with predominantly Black, Indigenous, people of color students pose a threat to and can endanger the students that attend them due to their condition. This isn't the only way students have faced with racism in the education system, and it doesn't only happen in the United States. In Australia, 1 in 3 students of European, African, Asian, Middle Eastern, Pacific Islanders, and Aboriginal descents reported to have a face of racial discrimination and or bullying by other students in their schools. But this type of behavior isn't only amongst students. Teachers have been reported to have engaged in this type of behavior. In the UK, Eastern European students too often experience both racial and xenophobic discriminations from teachers in the school system.
Okay, now moving on. I wish people didn't associate my gender with my ability to learn and engage with education.
In a school environment, the expectations of my performance are set much lower than those of my male classmates because I'm a girl. This is one of the many reasons I am part of the Gender Committee, which focuses on gender inequality in education. We want women to be provided with equal rights and opportunities. Worldwide, over 132 million girls are out of school. That means about every 50 girls you meet, 9 of them are not in school. The world often favors boys' futures at the expense of girls' lives. Some examples include the alarming statistic that more than 246 million girls are forced to endure gender-based violence every year in a school setting. In addition, every single day, more than 41,000 girls of school age are forced into marriage. Not only do child marriages cause women to drop out of school, girls in a marriage are very likely to experience violence from their partner. Expectations for women are often set much lower than men, shown in the fact that families in poverty usually choose to invest in boys' education because it is believed that they can accomplish more. Gender bias is very prominent in school settings as teachers and peers often encourage it subconsciously. In our classes, we hope to teach women strategies to persevere through any bias they may experience. We also hope to educate everyone about the struggles women experience in school and how to help. Moreover, we will offer classes that girls may not get the chance to learn about in school, for example, how to manage finances.
Next, I wished I learned more about the LGBTQ community and how to be more inclusive in school.
We live in a society in which LGBTQIA2S+ subjects are erased from the educational system, even though, according to our survey, 30% of youth identified as queer. Without representation, life can be very challenging for queer people. For example, in Massachusetts, 25% of LGBT youth report attempting suicide, 5 times more than heterosexual students in 2015. In Spain, 50 LGBT plus youth commit suicide yearly, and 950 have suicidal attempts due to discrimination in school. And these are not just numbers that we state lightly. A gay student in junior year in my school committed suicide last Tuesday. One of the factors that made him commit suicide was the anxiety and depression of being discriminated for being openly gay. According to our survey, 65.8% of students do not have inclusive same-sex education, and 46.2% had no LGBT plus history either. What is more, 92.3% of the students surveyed said that between none and a few teachers had general knowledge of LGBT plus subjects. So we want to educate youth through learning about the spectrum of our community. And the best way of doing this is through the internet, as 91.1% of all students surveyed learned about it through there.
Lastly, I wish we learned more about the reality, flaws, and the real world in the education system.
majority of the population that drops out of school and does not attend college are low-income and minority students. Why is this, you may ask? Inefficient academic preparation is the sole cause of the lack of college success. According to a study conducted in 2019, only 11% of students from low-income families graduate with a four-year bachelor's degree. At this rate, we will face a shortage of about 11 million college graduates by 2025. These statistics are a result of inadequate college readiness in high school, and this shortage will increase due to the pandemic. According to the same study, just 14% of Black adults and 11% of Hispanic adults hold a bachelor's degree, compared to 24% of whites. Keep in mind that the majority of low-income socioeconomic status students are minority groups. This is a problem.
Okay, so for our mechanisms of delivery, that would essentially be our social media accounts and our website, as it is one of the fastest and best ways to reach our target audience.
As we previously stated, we decided that getting the word out using Instagram and Facebook would create the most idealistic outcome. You may be wondering, what makes Future Forging unique compared to other young activist groups? Well, we are taking our organization to the schools themselves.
Using our new skills acquired from this program, we have created a press release that gives a summarized explanation of our organization. This will be sent to schools we attend as well as other organizations. We have to receive support from schools and parents, since they can be another messenger to create more exposure.
For our measurements of success, we made sure that our goals were realistic, so it can motivate us to reach further and make sure our actions are on the right path.
Our start of measurements of success will be the numbers of followers on our social media page, the views on our website per month in a span of time, and the amount of attendings during our live classes. Our current goals are 200 social media followers, at least 50 views on our website per month, and at least 20 attendings in our first few live classes. Currently, we have reached 106 likes with 107 followers on Facebook and 67 followers on Instagram.
Of course, this will not be our final goal. These measurements are only a small milestone that tells us we are heading in the right direction. Once we reach that milestone, we will set higher and higher goals. However, we know it will be a difficult journey in the beginning, as any startup movement takes a while to get those first few followers.
In conclusion, the Future Forging campaign is to address educational inequity and help bridge that gap a little less, inspiring youth to take their future into their own hands and go beyond what they learn.
While developing our action plan, we took into account the target demographics and what platform they are on, who else we can contact that we can assure will support us, and divided ourselves into teams so that we can execute our intentions excellently.
Additionally, we have tried to use the resources, skills, and strategies we have learned throughout this course.
We will end with an ambitious note. Future Forging is not just an idea, but a real organization we plan to establish.
So we came to a consensus that if we won the Good Trouble Award, we would invest the prize money in our organization, which will help us start our faster and easier to spread the word for press releases, even peaceful protests or face-to-face workshops.
As you could tell, we are committed to our purpose because we want our generation to forge our own future and to create a better one for the next. We hope you follow our journey and support our initiative to close the gap with educational inequity. Thank you.
All right, that's terrific. Great job. Team Empower. Let's hear it for Team Empower. Love it. Love it. Okay, now let's go to our judges. Let's start off with Professor Payne.
What I would like to say, first of all, very, very good presentation. What I liked was the analysis and also the niche marketing, where you're selecting exactly how you're going to reach that target group. We just came from a school-wide meeting yesterday with BIPOC students in terms of pointing out inequities at Emerson. And what I liked was how this is resonating around the world. And in order for this to be attacked with all the various groups, and I salute you for having all those groups that are now not represented as well as they should be at the table. The one thing I would say is people like you with the creativity takes us on that first step. You said you had an ambitious note. Everybody here is ambitious. We're behind you. move forward. Very excited and very proud of the detail that you provided here.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, Sandra McCroom.
I thought your presentation was excellent, and I love your name, Future Forging. It is forward moving, it is powerful, and it makes a great statement. I also really appreciated the 4 committees that you put together. And lastly, and what I thought was probably the most powerful thing is your commitment to, should you win the Good Trouble Award, you already have plans not to go buy some new shoes or earrings like I would do, but you're going to reinvest into your company. So I think you guys did a great job. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sandra. Kumar.
It's a very outstanding the presentation in the very good issues they carried out. So I would like to congratulate to the entire team. They well done presentation and superb.
Thank you, Kumar. Josh Zakum.
I think another great job. You guys are not making this easy for us as judges, but really particularly impressed, I think, by the branding and your plans to carry this forward and with the different subcommittees. I also think on the messaging side, tying it into broader economic development is a great way to make more people care about these issues, to show how it can affect every aspect of society by fixing something that is wrong. So bravo to you all on that. It's a really great job. Look forward to seeing what you're going to do next.
Kathy.
So this was very near and dear to my heart. I actually, in my intercultural communication class at Emerson College, we were just discussing last week the educational inequities and about redlining districts and the tax dollars, because of the value of the homes are less in areas that then cause the schools themselves to provide less. So that was really on target and really relevant to what my students are thinking right now at Emerson College. I loved how you had the different prongs that you looked at. You sort of looked at it from so many different vantage points and perspectives, and I think you considered everything. I especially love that you were going to provide online classes, because to me, as you know, in the classes that you took in the Institute, but also, that ability to have discussions and not just watch a video, but having discussions is really proactive. You get everybody involved and people's voices heard. And I think that was, to me, the best one.
Awesome. And Mark Brody.
Well done, folks. I love the fact that you had a solid presentation. You clearly stated what the issues are. You came up with different committees to address those. You provided facts and figures to back up what your plan was, and then you provided a plan to actually do something about it. So it was a very complete approach to an issue that really does need to be addressed. Well done.
Thank you, Mark. Great job, Team Empower. Let's hear it for Team Empower. Let's hear it. Great job.